go ahead, get you a pen, grab you a piece of paper, because I'm about to give you 7 rookie wide receivers that will dominate fantasy football this year. Passing on any of these guys is a mistake that you will regret. If you go up against anybody that has one of these studs on their roster in the playoffs or the fantasy championships, they will end your season. And I was hesitant to do this segment because I've been in this fantasy league that me and my homies from high school have been doing for the past 8 years. When before the start of the season, we all throw $50 into a money pool and it gets divided up by the top 3 finishers. First place gets the most, second, third place get whatever's left over. And I've finished in the top 3 of this league and every year but 2. And I got a few amount of homies that are in that league that watch the content, so I'm giving them a little bit of a cheat sheet. So I'm sacrificing a little bit of my fantasy dominance for you guys. So go ahead, smash that like button and subscribe if you want more lists like these. Elic Ayomanor is definitely a rookie wideout that you gotta draft. This is the Travis Hunter destroyer. When he went up against Travis Hunter at Stanford a few years ago, he torched him for over 200 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, including grabbing the game winner in overtime over Travis. He's athletic, big-bodied receiver. He runs 4.4. He should be an elite big play target for Cam Ward. Cam Ward likes to be aggressive, and Elic Ayomanor definitely has a skill set that complements what Cam Ward likes to do. And all he has to do is beat out Van Jefferson and Treylon Burks, which will take a little bit of time for him to do so. He probably won't win it outright in training camp since they invested a first-round pick in the Treylon Burks, and they did pay some money for Van Jefferson in free agency. So he's not an instant impact guy that you should draft early. He's more so of a drafting stash that you get when you're just trying to fill out the rest of your team late in the draft. You're looking for some upside, go ahead and get Elic Ayomanor, because when you get to the second half of the season, week 9, week 10, that's really when this guy's going to end up making a lot of big plays and making some noise. Pat Bryant, a.k.a. 904 Pat. I'm a little bit biased when it comes to Pat Bryant because he is from the 904. I always support my 904 brethren, but he was incredibly underrated coming out of this past draft. 3rd-round pick out of Illinois. He's the kind of receiver that Sean Payton loves. He's big, but he's a very fluid route runner. He gets off the line with ease as well. And I can see him beating out Marvin Mims and Devon Vele as soon as training camp kicks off. This is an instant impact rookie wideout that you can get for pretty much free because nobody really is going to know about him. They're not really going to be even thinking about drafting him late. So if you can get him, you get somebody that you can instantly start as either your flex or your wide receiver 2, depending on how deep your league is. Jimmy Horn Jr. was a 3rd rounder out of Colorado, and he's ready right now. This is Tank Dell 2.0. He has a similar build to Tank Dell. He's 5'8", 5'9", 165 pounds, but he's a little bit more built and sturdy than what Tank Dell was. And it will take him a little bit of time to beat out Adam Thielen, but he's 35 years old. He missed 7 games with injuries last year, and he should slow down a good bit this year. And eventually, Jimmy Horn Jr. will start over him. This is like with Elic Ayomanor, a draft and stash. He won't have an instant impact for you like what Pat Bryant will, but you can pretty much get him for free late in your drafts. You just stash him until late during the second half of the season, and that's really when he'll start making a lot of noise. He's really good after the catch. He'll be a really good deep threat as well. Ted McMillan. Now, I know that having 2 receivers on the same team is a red flag when making a list like this, but T-Mac and Jimmy Horn Jr. have skill sets that complement each other. Jimmy Horn is going to be the go-to slot guy for Bryce when he ends up getting his name called, and Chet McMillan is just going to be the safety blanket that Bryce Young looks for when he's out of time, the defensive line is collapsing in on him, and he just has to say fucking and throw the football. He's going to say F it. Chet McMillan is somewhere downfield. This dude is a Polynesian monster. Not only is he good at extending drives, being a good option in third down situations, but he also is somebody who Bryce Young can throw the football to, and he can just go up and go get it. He can moss anybody, just a freak athlete. And what's even scarier is that I don't really think we truly saw how good he was last year at Arizona, because there were times when it looked like he wasn't going all out. He has a good awareness of knowing where to go and zone coverage. And he kind of reminds me of Eric Decker. He's just going to be a PPR monster. He's just going to get tons of receptions. He could have like 9-10 receptions for 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. This guy is that good, and you probably won't be able to get him as late as what you would be. The first 3 guys, he'll probably go around like round 4, round 5. And normally receivers that get drafted in the first round, especially in the top 10, produce at a very high level in fantasy. So definitely go ahead and get you Chet McMillan. Travis Hunter, it's been discussed how much of offense he's going to play and how much of defense is going to take away from that, but he will primarily play offense due to the Jaguars' new head coach, Liam Cohen, being an offensive-minded coach. He was the Buccaneers OC last year, so he definitely is going to want to utilize Travis Hunter more in the offense. They're going to try to find a way to get him involved in particular packages on defense, but with him being the complementary piece to Brian Thomas Jr., while BTJ is getting all of the looks, that's going to give Travis Hunter more opportunities to get a lot of targets thrown from Trevor Lawrence. He also is more dynamic than what Brian Thomas Jr. is after the catch, really shifty. He's really wiggly as well. He's just one of those dudes that when you think you got him down, he just spins out of a tackle and he's going for an extra 30, 40 yards. And the Jaguars are definitely going to feature him on offense. They're going to find a way to get him manufactured 8-9 touches a game when he's in on offense. So Travis Hunter is definitely a safe bet. He'll probably go lower than what T-Mac will, but he'll probably be around the same draft range, rounds 4 or 5. Jack Beck is the biggest sleeper in fantasy football this year when it comes to rookies. Literally nobody is talking about this guy when he has the exact skill set to Ladd McConkey. Literally, they both have a lot of suddenness when they come off the line. They are incredibly hard to press. They are easy man coverage beaters, and anybody that creates a lot of separation that is a crisp route runner is a safe bet to draft in fantasy football. The majority of the best receivers in fantasy all are really good route runners, because when you can get open and you create a lot of separation, guess what? You're going to be open, and the quarterback's going to throw the football to you. And Jack Beck, with him not really having too many people to fight with targets with outside of Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, he is going to be a really productive receiver as a rookie. This is a instant impact pickup that you can get around probably round 9, round 10 in the draft, because if you don't draft your teams early like I do just because I'm bored, and you wait until the start of the season, when he starts going off in training camp in the preseason, there's going to be more hype building up around his name, and that's going to start making his ADP rise up a lot more. So you want to draft this guy now if you are making your team, because if you wait too late, then his value will go up and you won't be able to get him for pretty much nothing. And lastly, I got Jaden Higgins. This is the Houston Texans wide receiver 2. He was dominating throughout OTAs. He was dominating at Iowa State. He's just one of those guys that CJ Stroud just throws the football to him. He just goes and he grabs it. This dude is a absolute freak. 6'4", 214 pounds. He ran like 4.4, elite ball skills. He can moss anybody. It doesn't matter who the hell you are. You could be Jair, Jalen Ramsey, Patrick Surtain. It doesn't matter. When CJ Stroud throws that ball to Jaden Higgins, he's grabbing that thing. Again, you want to go grab this dude early too, even though I think his ADP probably is around like round 9, round 10. But like with Jack Beck, if you wait too long to draft your team, the hype train is going to build up for this dude, and eventually you're going to have to end up investing a higher pick into him than what you would. But he's an instant impact pickup for anybody in fantasy. He already has Nico Collins, who has like a similar physique to him, but Nico is going to be the dude doing the dirty work, while Jaden Higgins does work over top, being that big play target for CJ Stroud. These are the 7 rookie wide receivers that you must draft to dominate in fantasy football this year. Passing on any of these guys, you will greatly regret it come the end of this season.